Hello and welcome to Affinity. Here are a number of ways that you can use the hard light blend mode, and particularly we'll look at how it's different to overlay, which can be very similar to in some ways of using it. So let's start off and we'll do a layer, new fill layer, and we'll start off with that just as black to show the effect. And if I go to normal and if I get to overlay, see it get a darkening effect, but if I go down to hard light, it's completely black. And it's because the overlay is affected by lights, whereas it does not respond to lights particularly. So in other words, when I turn this down, everything, including the lighter areas, gets darkened at the same rate. But this is great if you want to do a tint, to tint everything, including the light areas. So if I pick a colour up here and I turn up the opacity now, see all the way up I get the full one, but I can easily at the just low opacity I can apply, I would say, a warming tint to this, so it affects the lighter areas as well, which makes it more consistent if that's what you want. Right, now then sharpening. Let's go to live filters and high pass and turn the radius up so you can see fairly, I'm doing quite strongly so you can see the effect. And go to blend mode and overlay, and I'll just zoom into this area here so you can see the effect a bit more. So that's off, that's on. You can see it's just lightening things a bit. But now if I go to hard light, it affects it even more, so it's just that slightly crunchier form of sharpening, so adds that to it. So, and let's go back out now, and we'll go to adding a pixel layer, which initially is transparent, and I go to the gradient tool, and I'll go from white up here to black down the bottom, and go to the blend modes, and if I go to overlay, then you can see it sort of lightens it up in the top corner. If I go to hard light, it's a stronger effect. I can even select that corner there, and if I put a kind of a yellow up there, I can see there's a very strong lighting effect because it looks like the sun's up here, etc. So what else can we do? Well, let's take that one off, and we'll put in a brightness and contrast. So this is a kind of a tweak here. Brightness and contrast, I turn brightness all the way down, contrast all the way up, which is already making this look like fairly like a night scene. And if I go to the overlay, it's brightening it up more. Hard light, not quite so much. So you're getting this, the lighter areas are come through strongly, the darks are darkened, so you're getting that kind of effect, which is often a good thing in having night scenes. And finally we'll do a black and white. So I click on here and go to black and white and change the blend mode here to say overlay for the moment, and I can change the colors of these here. So that's just doing the reds, and if I change this to hard light, you can see the effect there. It's kind of like it's not quite as colorful, so you can get a fairly interesting kind of effect here if you want that sort of darker, slightly duller look, but it's quite a hard effect, hence the hard light. So I can do things like this. What you can also do with this is if I put those back to normal, and if I want to be able to select the sky, then I can turn up the cyan, the blue, and it'll push this to white quite quickly, and you can then select quite easily from that. Anyway, that's it, and thank you very much for watching.